My wife's salary was a mystery to me until I discovered how much she earns. In 2021, she told me her salary was 95,000 naira. And then 2 years later, when she got promoted, I asked about her salary. She said, "Oh, these people, don't mind them. They added only 15,000 naira to my old salary." Because of our meager salary, I had to take up so many responsibilities in our home without complaining. I pay for utilities and pay for food. I pay the fees of our 2 kids, clothe them, take care of their medical bills. When my wife sends me grocery list, she even adds sanitary pads. She buys dresses and clothes. She comes to show them to me and request of me to pay for them. She started talking about a car when our second child came in. Things weren't good on my side, so I asked her to give me some time. She said, "Honey, I have saved something. I can add it to whatever you have. So when you get money, please pay me back." I agreed and took that money from her, topped it up to get her a car. For 3 months, my ears never had rest. She would wake up at dawn and ask me to pay what I owed her. I got tired and paid the money when I didn't have much in my bank account. One evening, I turned my laptop on and saw a lot of emails. I checked and it was my wife's email that had been opened. I asked her, "Did you use my laptop?" She answered, "Yeah, I was checking for something." And I told her, "Then you did not log out." She answered, "Oh, honey, I forgot. Please kindly log out on my behalf." I was about to log out her email when something caught my attention. I saw this mail with the subject, January payslip. I opened and started going through. When I saw our gross salary, I was shocked. My wife had been crying, "Poverty, poverty, poverty." I went through the details. That night, I could not sleep. I was angry. I felt let down. I felt cheated. I felt played. We have been married for 6 good years, and my wife earned that much without my knowledge. How much she earned didn't bother me a lot than what she was using that money for. I decided not to talk immediately, but rather do a little bit of investigation. All my life, I have held the view that it wasn't right for anyone to go through their partner's phone. It's an invasion of privacy and it breeds mistrust in the relationship. But that night, going through her phone was the only way to find out what I was looking for. I started with our best friend, nothing much was found. Our family had a WhatsApp group. I read the messages there. I got few hints. I went through the chat with our father, and that was when I realized my wife had bought a piece of land and had started building. Our father was in charge of the project. He had sent photos of the various stages of the building. At some point, our father said, "Thank you for helping out your brother." He would have been home had it not been you. She has only one brother. I held that brother. I went to look for the chat between them. Our senior brother lost his job and was home doing nothing. So my wife bought him a car for taxi. Every week, our brother rendered an account and they split the money. From all indication, my wife was doing well for herself while she plays poor so she can rely on my salary. Why would she do that? I thought I was being a supportive husband so my wife could be proud of the man she married. When we bought land, it was her name and my name that appeared on the land title. That car I bought for her was a loan, but still bears a name. I didn't mind. I believed what was hers was also mine. The next morning, she realized I wasn't looking well. I was boiling on the inside of me, but looking for a good opportunity to start the conversation. When I had calmed down a little, I asked her, "So, why would you do that to me?" She asked, "What have I done?" I answered back, "You bought land, you never told me. You started building on it, you never told me. When are you going to tell me?" She was shocked. She asked, "Who told you all of this?" I said, "Your father did." She stood quiet for a while. Then she asked, "Why would my father tell you all of this? What were you people talking about?" I said, "I don't know. You can go ask him." We left it there. Some minutes later, she came to me with her phone. "My father wants to talk to you." The phone was already put on speaker. She had spoken to her father. Now, from the tone of voice of her father, he was clearly angry. He asked, almost shouting, "You said I told you my daughter has a building. When and where did I say that to you?" I asked, "Is it not true that my wife has a building project going on and you are supervising it?" He asked me, "I told you that? When did I tell you that?" I asked, "Is it true or not?" After the back and forth, I told them, "I read your messages last night. I saw the pictures. I read the various budgets you had sent to my wife. I read the confirmation of the money receipt that you sent her. You are a man. Will you be happy if your wife does this to you?" He started stuttering and finally apologized, saying, "I thought you are aware." My wife stood there motionless, didn't know what to say. When her father hung up, I told her everything I knew. From her salary, to the car she bought for her brother. I said, yet even your sanitary pad, I buy them. You think I am a fool? You used your money to acquire properties on your name and you live on mine because you are my wife. At this point, trust was lost, love broken. We had to find a new way of living our lives going forward. Our father called me every morning and evening apologizing for everything and sometimes taking up the blame so I didn't have to blame his daughter. I told him, the emotional state I am in right now, it will be hard to think straight or think forgiveness. Just give me space. Give me space. 3 days later, they were in our house. The father, the mother, and the elder brother, they came to apologize. They said, don't let this break up the beautiful marriage you both have. If nothing at all, consider the kids and be lenient in your judgment. I listened to them. My position was still the same. I need time to clear my mind. After the visit of our parents, my wife had changed totally. She doesn't ask for money. She has started paying for things she never paid for. She has taught me a great lesson, and I'm taking it seriously, that in everything, I have to look out for myself and my family. She told me one certain morning, if you want us to change the names on those properties, we can do so. But guess whose name is on the property? Her father's name. I told her, you don't need to change anything. They belong to you. But I insisted that the land I had bought on our names, I will be selling it and I'll be keeping the money for myself. The car she's driving has her name. I put a for sale sticker on it. Some weeks ago, she agreed she will pay for the car. I have given her 2 months to pay up or I sell it and take my money. She's getting the message and I am glad. Each one for himself, God for us all. She keeps asking if I'm going to leave her. I keep telling her I won't, but if she wants a divorce, I will gladly give her. I'm not going to leave the marriage. I just need time to heal and see what will happen. But when it comes to money, I have taken the lesson she taught me through her actions.